Projected top 3 pick on ESPN's 2022 mock draft, Jaden Hardy will follow in the footsteps of the 2021 NBA Draft's number 2 overall pick, Jalen Green, when he becomes the next elite shooting guard prospect to suit up for the G League Ignite. 6'4", 190, Hardy was made in a lab to get buckets at the NBA level. A 4-level shot maker, Hardy will be sure to turn heads when the 5-star prospect makes his way to Walnut Creek. Welcome to the film sesh of Jaden Hardy, an NBA draft deep dive evaluating why the class's premier bucket getter may be the best prospect in the 2022 NBA draft. It all starts with Hardy's out-of-this-world jump shooting. The NBA has become a league dominated by elite shot making. Every NBA offense is looking for players that can stretch the floor, and every season it seems like the league's best are pulling up from further and further out. Players are routinely shooting from the logo, forcing the defense to guard as soon as a player reaches half court. These shots are reserved for the league's best shot makers, and Jaden Hardy will bring that ability on day one. Hardy has parking lot range on one of the most effortless pull-up jumpers you'll ever see, not only from a prospect of his age, but a prospect of any age. The high arc and buttery smooth release is beautiful and devastating. Hardy's jumper feels like it never even touches the net. But even when Hardy isn't pulling up from asinine distances, he still has every combo move in his bag to shake free of defenders to get to his favorite weapon. Sidestep, step back, Hezi Jimbo. The Detroit native has all of it and more. There are certainly times where Hardy settles with the dribble pull-up. He'll walk into shots without running offense, and because he feels like he can hit from anywhere on anyone, he's partial for settling for tough shots. Playing a more team-oriented game shouldn't be too much of a struggle when he's surrounded by high-level players, but Hardy will still need to focus his shot selection early on in his career. Hardy mostly played with the ball in his hands, but he's more than capable of being an off-ball shooting threat. Hardy can shoot off movement and DHOs or spot up and let it fly. The off-ball equity is a major plus for Hardy, as he'll be stepping in against pros and will have to spend time without the ball in his hands. Despite the sometimes iffy shot selection, he truly takes some what-the-fuck shots sometimes. Hardy's shooting is treacherous. Hardy's shot making is so hard to guard, due to the fact that if you don't play up on him, he'll get off a clean look, and for a young sniper like him, that's easy money. But Hardy also uses this pressure to create opportunities inside of the arc. Hardy can knock down the toughest of shots in the mid-range, a must-have for the elite NBA scorers, and a deadly weapon in clutch time. It doesn't matter how many defenders are draped over him, no shot is too difficult, and these highly contested shots often look like a layup. When Hardy decides to get to the hoop, he uses crafty change of pace drives to create opportunities at the rim. Defenders have to play tight on Hardy for the jumper, and with a creative handle, Hardy can get paint touches at will. When Jaden Hardy gets to the right side of the floor, he's able to use his strong upper body and long arms to finish through rim protectors. Hardy does need to work on finishing with his left. He'll often get a little bit out of control and toss up some junk, and it's the only part of Hardy's offensive package that isn't super smooth. But even when he doesn't finish the shot, Hardy is so good at manipulating defenders that he's able to draw contacts, creating free throw opportunities. For a dude who loves the long ball, finding a middle ground between launching shots and getting to these drives is going to be crucial for his development. Because if Hardy's going to be an elite NBA scorer one day, he'll need to be a high-volume free throw shooter. Getting into the teeth of the defense on dribble penetration isn't only about creating opportunities for himself. Hardy is going to be a high-usage guard at the next level, and although he's going to be a killer off the ball, he's still a guy you want to primarily play with the ball in his hands. And that means he needs to make plays for others. Hardy did average over 8 assists a game his junior year, but it didn't always feel that way. He's a shoot first, shoot second kind of guy, and only typically passes a rock when he has to. He's more willing than a guy like Cam Thomas is, but he'll often miss easy reads and force tough drives into multiple defenders. What is a little frustrating watching Hardy the playmaker is that he is more than capable of being a plus passer. When he gets blitzed on a screen or doubled into a spot that is forced to pass out of, he makes some pretty fantastic passes. He has excellent touch and feel and will fire passes exactly where they need to be, leading his teammate to a spot for easy scoring opportunities. If Hardy is able to find that balance between scoring and playmaking and improve his decision making, he's going to truly devastate defenses. Speaking of defense, I think my podcast co-host Garbage Time Gim said it best. Hardy gets an incomplete on this side of the ball right now. He has all the physical tools, the strength, the wingspan, and the ability to move his feet, but he doesn't really get after it on that end. He's more than capable of just staying solid, but he'll often get lazy and try to the old reach around poke away. I'm not yet concerned at the high school level, but it's definitely something to monitor this upcoming season when he plays against other professional hoopers. Jaden Hardy can be a superstar. There's no doubt in my mind. He's got the deep bag and shot-making package of Jason Tatum, merged with the shooting range of Damian Lillard. He can be special. But what will implant him into the legitimate number 1 overall pick conversation is how he develops as a playmaker and defender. Will he look like a complete player that teams can build around? That's what NBA front offices will want to see. I'm buying Hardy stock. He has the potential to be a generational shooter. He was tailor-made for the modern NBA. Get on the train early, because it's gonna be a fun ride. Thanks for watching Film Sesh. Make sure you smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for even more NBA draft content.